Hello, welcome to One Facts. Subscribe to stay updated on fascinating facts and stories from the depths of Reddit. Skinwalker Experience. I don't know exactly when this happened, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember the time of year, but it was bone-chillingly cold. I grew up in a small coastal town and lived in the most isolated part of it, with no other house for at least half a kilometre. Around my house was a densely wooded area with a dog-walking trail that led to a vast field, where I would walk my white German Shepherd, Polar, every day. Polar was a huge dog. I'm 6'2", and when he jumped up on me, he could lick my face. Because of that, I always felt safe walking around with him at night, even though I'm a big guy myself. One night, I was out walking with Polar, and everything was uneventful until we started heading back home. My phone was at about 4 to 5% battery, something like that, and it was pitch dark. I couldn't see a thing, not even my dog if it weren't for his lighted collar. So, I turned on my phone's flashlight to light the path back, even though I still had a good 15 minutes of walking before I'd be out of the woods. I knew my battery wouldn't last, but I knew the path, so I wasn't too worried. Suddenly, Polar started pulling on his leash so hard it nearly lifted me off the ground. He was absolutely out of control, barking furiously at something on the other side of the trees. I tried to calm him down, but it took forever to get him to stop. I kept walking, but I could still hear movement in the vegetation. I thought it might just be a squirrel. I was wrong. I heard a horrific howling sound coming from about 30 to 40 meters away. It sounded distorted and completely wrong, unlike any animal I'd ever heard in my life. It was too loud to be a normal animal, yet sounded deliberately menacing. I took off running with Polar by my side, sprinting over the hills as fast as I could. I could hear loud, quick footsteps behind me and thought someone was chasing us, trying to scare us. At this point, my phone was at 1%, and I used the last bit of battery to see what was behind us. I don't even know how to describe what I saw, but everything about this thing was long. Its arms, legs, neck, everything. It was running on 2 legs, but with a strange limping gait. Then it would drop to all 4s and crawl before getting back up again. It was horribly thin, with decaying skin or fur stretched tight over its bones, which was terrifying on its own. But what frightened me most was the creature's face, which looked exactly like my dog's. I managed to make it home safely, but I couldn't sleep, and despite how lovely my dog is, I haven't looked at him the same way since.